Oh, what's going on, folks? Good morning. Oh, my eyes are bothering me this morning. Oh, but good morning, good morning. So I figured I'd hang out with you guys while I worked on sorting orders. So what I've sadly got to do, excuse me, my eyes are bothering me like crazy this morning. I just put some eye drops in, so hopefully that'll help. Um, so basically, I've got to go. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. So I've got to go through. That's one of the drawbacks to Kickstarter is, you can't print out your orders from the Kickstarter. So I have to sit here, go through the entire list of backers, write down, on a sticky note what they ordered, and then go to the stacks of books and pull all their orders, get them sorted, then add all the stretch goals, and then start putting them in boxes. And then I have to come back in here at some point and enter their names into the website for the shipping stuff, and then print out the labels for all of it. So that's crazy that you still have to do that. I don't know why there's not a way to print people's orders like straight from the Kickstarter or something. I don't know, but yeah, you have to go through here and you have to click on every single person's name, and you have to write down what they ordered. So I figured I'd hang out with you guys and chat. Answer any questions you might have. And just kind of hang out with you guys for a bit. Hey, sweetie, good morning. All right. Good morning, Marcel. Good morning, everybody. All right. So that is the Ryan Morris cover. That is regular trade dress. But yeah, so you kind of have to go through here and write everybody's thing down. uh, that's the only, kind of big drawback to it. All right, let's see. Miss Andrea's got my gold foil. So my gold foil bundle. And then why did it? What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody? What was in my? Because so she got my gold foil bundle, which should have been my cover A, B, and C, but then she added on a Shelby foil. And an Ashley foil. Did my foil bundle not come with those? And then a Chris foil. I'm gonna have to look at that and see. Let me see if I can look at that right here. Hold on. What was actually my foil bundle? What was in that bundle? Excuse me. All trade dress foil bundle. All right, William Russell, trade dress foil. There's the trade dress foil. William Russell. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh shit, that might have been. Is that what it said? I'm tired. You guys have to forgive me. Let me go back and look at her thing, because that's probably what it was. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so you did the William Russell gold foil bundle. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you added on. Those are regular. No, those are foils. Oh, those are regular. Jeez, I'm tired. Oh my God, I'm tired. I'm like, okay. So you added on the Chris Hayes regular foil, the Ashley foil, the Shelby foil. Oh my God, my brain is just jelly. So where's the? Oh, I'm not to the goals. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my brain is jelly. Yeah, there it is. There's the gold foils. Where the hell is the William Russell gold foil bundle? There's the gold foils. There's the all trade dress bundle. There's the regular foils. All right, it said my William Russell gold foil cover bundle. Where the hell is that option? William Russell Gold Foil Cover Bundle. There's no William Russell. There's an all foil bundle. There's a regular cut William Russell cover. Where the hell's? Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those mornings where this thing's gonna irritate the hell out of me. There's a William Russell all foil bundle. William Russell all metal. All trade dress gold bundle. All trade dress gold foil bundle. Was it under the add-ons? Yeah, it's not listed on there. Um, maybe it's under the add-ons. Can I see the add-ons? Because I know it's not the all foil, like the all cover foil bundle, because that thing's like $330 by its, or $350 by itself, or $330 by itself. It's got to be under the add-ons. And I have no way to see the add-ons. Uh, hey Heather. What the hell? Let me look under fulfillment. Maybe I can see them under fulfillment. All right. No, that I can't find. It's not on tiers, which would have been weird. That should have been on the tiers. All right, let's go back to reward tiers. William Russell Gold foil cover bundle. There's one. I know it one sold, so it's got to be yours. But why is it? Did I just only put it in the add-on section? I guess there's one way to find out. There's the add-ons. It was 220. My damn left eye is bothering me today. Oh, I didn't think to look. How far did I get today? Okay, 5,600, almost 5,700 steps this morning. So that's pretty good. 3.5 miles this morning. No, it's okay, sweetie. Thank you. I mean, the 220 part helps. It kind of helps me narrow down where it might be on this list, but I'm not even seeing it on the add-on list. So it had to be a tier. But why am I not seeing it on? I mean, I'm sure the William Russell Gold Foil bundle is just my three covers. I mean, I'm sure that's what it is. But it's just kind of irking me that um, that I don't see it on the tiers. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups and the burpees. That's just odd to me that I don't see it. Now I'm just looking to see if I see it as a price. Yeah, like it should have been right there. Oh well, I mean, I'm sure that's what it is. It's my three covers. But that it just I was misreading the other one. I was reading it as gold foils. I was like, why did she order two gold foils, but it's the regular foils? Okay, all right. I told you I'm tired. My brain is just jelly. I have got to get a break here soon. Oh, let's see. Let's see. She got the William Russell, my foil. I got to make sure I pay attention to who, regular foils versus gold foils. And she got the Perez foil. But yeah, sadly, you have to sit here and handwrite every single thing and then go in there and pull all the books for each one of those orders. And um, and then start packing them. William Russell regular trade dress cover bundle. So she got my regular. Everybody have a good free comic book day. Hopefully you guys did. Hopefully you guys were able to go out and support your local comic shops on free comic book day. I was at what was it, Vision Comics and Collectibles, I think is the full name, in Rockmart, um, Georgia this past Saturday, and man, it was a great turnout. Logan and them did such a great job. Gilbert Perez gold foil. And then my gold foil. All right, my gold foil. Okay. Oh yeah. I just opened the pre-show commission list for Fan Expo Denver. That post is up, 10 spots. So make sure you guys jump on that. And if you're going to be at Fan Expo Denver in Denver, Colorado, the 28th through the 31st, make sure you jump in on that list. Only 10 spots. What's up, Kylie? Oh, awesome. Yeah, that was definitely a different cover. That was a fun one. All right, so Cameron did the all regular trade dress bundle. Rise of the Mummy blank. Chris Hayes crayon cover. All right. But yeah, that's the only drawback to this. You have to sit here and handwrite every single damn order. I mean, technically, I guess you could pull each order individually going down your laptop and um, and package it as you go. But I think that's slower. So I just come in here and I hand write down every single order with what they ordered. Then I go in there with a batch of these sticky notes and I pull each one of those orders. And and then once I have all the orders sorted, then I pull each one and start packaging it and getting the label on it and stuff. So I'll spend probably about 8 hours today just sorting orders for the Kickstarter, and um, um, and then tomorrow I'll spend about another 8 hours just packaging them. Hey, what's up, Mitch? I'm pretty sure I do of cover A, my cover A, but I don't know about any of the variants because, as you guys know, or you may not know, when I do Kickstarters, all the guest artist covers and variants, they're limited to the Kickstarter only. Now, I always order 1 or 2 copies of each one of the covers just in case we have a damage or a lost package so I can replace somebody's order. But those, I won't know what I have left out of those 1 or 2 extras per cover till, a month down the road. But I'm pretty sure I ordered extra copies of cover A to to take the shows with me, which this is cover A right here for Rise of the Mummy. And for those that don't know, Rise of the Mummy is my other newest creator-owned book. It's a one-shot comic, one story that I wrote and scripted, and it's about 2 of my daughters versus a mummy in the 1920s in Egypt. So that's what that is. All right, Chris Hayes ordered the Perez and the Nunnally. And for everybody that backed the Kickstarter, man, thank you guys so much. Yes, I do, Kyle. I'll give it to you for the same price, the sale price it was at the store this past weekend. So issues 1 through 9, which is the complete series, is normally $15 a book. The price I had them for at the store this past weekend was so normally it's $135 for the whole series. But at the store this weekend for the free comic book day, I had them at $10 a piece. So just send me a PM. It would be $100 even for them to ship out to you, and I'll get them in the mail. But yeah, just send me a PM to remind me here on Facebook or Instagram or something, and I'll pull it for you and get it in the mail. But yeah, normally it's $135 for the full series. But yeah, I'll give it to you for the same price as what it was at the store this past weekend. Um, Save you, $35. Let's see. All right, so Chris did my Ashley cover. He did the Shelby. And then he did the Gardner. Okay. But yeah, this is what I'll be doing for about 8 hours today. All right, that's Karina. I think I might have to find another pen. I think this one's running low. Hmm. But yeah, we had a great turnout at Visions this past Saturday. The fans came out and showed crazy love. That store was packed pretty much the entire day. Logan and them did a great job on it. Let's see. Perez. Trade desk. Okay. A lot, sadly, a lot of pros don't, they won't do free comic book day. They think it's beneath them, or they think that they won't make no money and it's not worth the time and effort. And, they got 1,000 reasons. I think they're stupid. I don't really care if that upsets them that I said it, but I think it's stupid. I think speaking as a pro, I think it's a free comic book day is a great way, to go out and get more of a personal uh, interaction with fans without being rushed or anything. Because I mean, and sadly, and again, I get it from a business standpoint. It could be a gamble. I mean, I've had moments where I go to a free comic book day, and a handful of people come out. It can happen. Um, um, Same reason a lot of pro comic artists won't do small comic cons. Same situation. You may not, even if you're a guest invite and you get your table given to you, or you even get your hotel paid for, you still run that situation of you may go out and you may not make very much money where you could have been possibly at home making money. So I do kind of get it to a degree, but I think throwing them in, it's one show a year. It's not that big a deal. If you stack the rest of your year with shows that you're going to make profit at, and then you throw in a free comic book day, or even a couple small cons through the year, you're not going to it's not going to be that big of a deal. But at small cons, or a free comic book day, or in-store signing events for comic shops, a lot of pros won't do those. You Hang on one second. Regular trade dress, and that is 4 of those. You get a much more personal experience with fans, and they get to hang out, they get to chat. Nobody's rushing to the next table to get stuff signed, so you get a much more close encounter with fans. So I like them. I do a good bit of in-store signing events for comic shops. I do a good bit of smaller cons, mixed in with my big shows I do through the year. So, I mean, sadly, we have a craziness amongst pro artists where, like we talked about the other day, they want to create this illusion of rarity as a way to cause fans to spend more money with them. He hardly ever does signing events, so he's going to be near me at this show. I better go buy as much stuff as I can from that person, because I may not see him again for another year or two. It's I think it's silly, but to each their own. I like interacting with fans. I like my fans. There's a lot, there's a good bit of us that view it that way, that we still understand that fans are the bloodline of the industry, not us. Um, so, it allows us when you view it that way, in my personal opinion, I think you appreciate the industry better when you still remember who is the primary and not yourself. I think it's super important to keep that in mind. Stay in perspective. Make sure you're always eating that humble pie. It's not always about maximizing your dollars 24/7. Sometimes it's just super, super important to meet those fans, interact with fans, and give them that experience. The fun, exciting world of writing orders. People forget, everything that goes in, and that's why I go live like this sometimes and just chat, because I think a lot of times people don't realize the amount of work that goes into Kickstarters behind the scenes. Um, so I think it's good. Like again, we talked about that before. I wish more artists and creators would do these type of videos where they kind of just hang out and interact and give people a chance to see what's going on behind closed doors, because I think it helps artists understand. I mean, helps fans understand what we're doing behind the scenes also, and the amount of work that goes into that. um, because it also helps them understand why we charge, what we charge for things. um, because what it costs us to print it, what it costs us to manufacture it, things like that. But then it also you know gives them a better understanding of the entire process. Oh, he's not just going in there and throwing these books in a package. They have to sit down and spend about 8 hours writing down um, actual orders before they even can go in there and pull the orders. Um, but like I said, I wish more artists would do it, but I don't know why. Like I said, they've got this weird thing where they're trying to create this illusion of scarceness. That's why a lot of them. That's why they don't answer your PMs. That's why they don't comment on posts. They try to create this illusion of that they're not accessible at any given moment. I think it's stupid, but I'm not playing the stupid psychology games with it. I think it's nonsense. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works. There's a reason they do it. It damn sure works. All right, let's see. Gardener trade dress. So 3 of those, metal and foil. Okay. Tooty-doo. But yeah, by the end of this week, all of the Rise of the Mummy books will be out the door. Let's see. Trade dress and metal. All right. See, stacks of sticky notes. More sticky notes. All righty. Let's see. Grayson Morris. So where'd everybody else go for free comic book day? Mitch, like I said, if you're still here, send me a PM if you want a copy of Rise of the Mummy cover A. I'll get it pulled for you. They're $20 plus shipping. Okay. Miss Heather. Man, thank you guys so much for backing this Kickstarter. I hope you guys enjoy the book. Yeah, Cursed Moonlight, I wrote the notes and everything for for Psycho Sal, but Chris and Lori Calcaterra, broke it all down and wrote the scripts and the rest, filled in the blanks on that one. And but I wrote the story and the actual script for Cursed Moonlight and Rise of the Mummy. So hopefully you guys like it. Let's see, and then gold ABC, and then gold foil ABC. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to be launching the Kickstarter for my next book, written and scripted by me for Sentinel, Veil of the Damned. Um, Super excited about that. I'm almost done with the script. I'm gonna get that over to Arturo here soon so he can start doing the interior art. Is my chat not working or is everybody just quiet? Sometimes the chat will act weird. Are you guys talking? I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring them. Blank. Chris Hayes. Okay, cool. All right. Man, people still don't fill out the damn surveys. Like, why don't they fill out their surveys? We see it all the time. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. What's up, Mr. Ryan? Oh. All right. Somebody asked me the other day if I was going to do it or not. I will be putting the original 11 by 17 pencil art up for the Psycho Sal, or excuse me, Absolute Psycho Sal cover. So that will, the original 11 by 17 pencils for the Absolute Psycho Style #1 Cowtown Comic Con exclusive, they will be going up for sale here soon. So if you're interested in that, feel free to send me a PM, but I'll be making a post about it here soon. I'm just kind of waiting for the books to get here from the printer. So if you'd like to own that bad boy, and for those that don't know, because I didn't have time to get the book done, that is, it's the regular Psycho Style #1 interiors, but that is Absolute Psycho Style on the cover. That is the first appearance of him on a cover. There is a Absolute Psycho Style story coming, written by and scripted by me. That will be here sometime, hopefully this year. But that'll have it's a one-shot book, but it'll be a brand new story with Psycho Style scaled up to 100. It'll be so much more intense and twisted compared to the regular Psycho Style story, which is already pushed to crazy, insane limits. And if you've read the book, you'll know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Psycho Style is one intense read. So, and very violent, very mind screwing, with the psychological horror of it. But yeah, there will be there'll be a much more intense version coming soon as a one-shot story. Because as I've read, I wrote the notes and all the breakdowns and all the information for the Psycho Style series. But I'm not a writer, so I had Chris come in and take all my notes and convert the notes into a script and adding his own flavor to it. Same thing with Lori with 4 through 8. She came in and we sat down and went through all my notes and everything, and she wrote the script. So now that I've got a bit more experience on the writing side, because I wrote and scripted Cursed Moonlight, and I wrote and scripted Rise of the Mummy and Sentinel Veil of the Damned. So I've got a little bit more, experience with it. I definitely want to do a Psycho Style that is fully told from my writing ability and scripting ability. So there is going to be an Absolute Psycho Style story, and it's him on level 100. Like, it's going to be very intense. So, from a wedding. What's up, Jason? So for you hardcore Psycho Style fans, if you want to grab the original, so I'll have the original 11 by 17 pencils for the Absolute Psycho Style cover for this Cowtown Comic Con exclusive, but I'll have the 11 by 17 inks also. So if you want to grab one of those to get a little piece of history as a hardcore Psycho Style fan, let me know, because I can let you pay for it through the website, and you can use the payment plan options instead of paying for it all at once. But I'm going to make it available to the Psycho Style fans before it goes to the public. Let's see. So be ready for that. But like I said, that is technically the first appearance of Psycho Style on the cover of Absolute Psycho Style on the cover of a book. That counts as his first appearance on the cover. But that is how he's going. I wish I'd have had time to do the book, but I'm trying to finish Sentinel Veil of the Damned. We're trying to get out Rise of the Mummy. I'm trying to get the Cycle Style Omnibus and everything taken care of. So it's been a lot going on. I just have not had time to do that. Not get it done in time for um have it finished for Cowtown, because I've done a Cycle Style exclusive for Cowtown ever since Cowtown started. So we did 1, 2, and 3 through them, and this will be the fourth year. But I'm just doing a new number one, because it kind of makes it harder for people to keep up with that when you're doing uh you know, like numeric, in a row. When you're just doing number one, it makes it much easier for people to collect. I've discovered. Yep, that's right. The 6th is the last day. They're going to pull the last payment for Cycle Style Omnibus Collector's Edition Kickstarter. Please make sure, which I'll send out a reminder here soon about that. But yeah, please make sure your payment information is up to date, correct, etc. So when they pull that final payment, we have no issues, because I'm sending that order to the printer as soon as that third and final payment is pulled and clears. That way we have an exact number of how many books I'm printing. Because as you guys know, like I said, when it comes to Kickstarters, I only print the amount of books I need for that Kickstarter. I don't stockpile that stuff. So yeah, make sure you guys are ready to go on that. Yeah, I'm super excited about that one too. Because for those that don't know, with the creation of the Cycle Sal omnibus, I won't be carrying at shows. I won't be carrying Cycle Sal 2 through 9 anymore. I'll carry Cycle Sal number one, cover A, and then I'll carry the collector's edition omnibus on my tables from that point forward. You'll still be able to go to the website. Like if you want the raw copies, the individual copies of the series, you'll still be able to go to the website and order issues 2 through 9. But from now on at shows, I will only be carrying Cycle Sal Omnibus. And I guess I shouldn't put that one up there because I'm not carrying. Well, you know what? I'm really torn about that, because this is the cover I love. The blood cover. This is the blood cover for those that don't know. This is the regular cover. I'm so torn. I mean, I'm pretty sure the regular cover is the only one I'm going to carry at my table, but I can't carry both. And I'm not carrying the two versions. So I'm not carrying the hardback and the trade paperback, or softback, however you want to word it. I'm only going to be carrying the softback at shows. So this is cover A softback. That's what I'll be carrying at my table at shows. So I'll have this at my table, and then, which is the collector's edition of 1 through 9. And then I'll have the issue number one, cover A. And that's it. Because the series itself, if you buy 1 through 9, it's technically $135. I'll be selling the trade paperback softback version of cover A at my table for like $80. So a pretty good discount on that once I start carrying it at my tables. But yep, tax season is definitely helpful, man. That is for sure. It definitely helps. Well, at least you guys are being smart about your collecting. You're buying books that are from indie creators. So they're, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody thinks about this. They're better reads. They just are. They're better books, better quality. I mean, shit, our books print better than DC and Marvel. The quality of the paper and everything, ours is better, because we don't print in Canada and China on the lowest paper. Our printing is better, our customer service is better. The longevity of the value of the books have been proven to be better. Um, 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 the resale value, everything has continued to proven to be better. And also you're not being price gouged out the gate. Now don't get me wrong, are certain flippers grabbing some of our books because they're hot? Yeah, I don't know how many times I've seen flippers come to my table, at New York or MegaCon or Fan Expo or whatever, and grab 2 or 3 copies of Psycho Sal or Don't Pay the Ferryman or whatever the case, and go put them on their whatnot shows for 3 or 4 times what they paid for them. Yep, it happens. I've seen it happen many times, especially with Psycho Sal when I do Comic-Con exclusives for like New York or MegaCon or Fan Expo. So even the flippers, are starting to catch on to that, and they're jumping on that bandwagon also. But the great thing about that is, we'll usually, like if we're doing a Comic-Con exclusive, we'll do a pre-sale, and we allow you guys on our fan pages to get access to the books before they even make it to the show. So that allows you guys to get it before it gets spiked. But then also the other thing that we do, that we have the balls to do compared to these other retailers who will not cap how many books somebody can buy, we'll cap our books. So, we'll show up, like at New York, like when I did Psycho Sound New York Comic-Con exclusive, we had the regular cover, the foil and the metal. Then we had the blood cover, regular foil and metal. And I limited them one per person at the con. Most retailers they don't have the balls to do that, because they're scared to death the books won't sell and they're stuck with them. I don't have to worry about that. For 2 reasons. One, I'm not printing 1,000 copies like DC, or I'm printing 3,000 copies like Marvel. So, I have that advantage. I'm not printing all that craziness. They're forced to do that. Now, do I think they could still avoid being pressured into letting some other flipper walk up and buy, 50 copies of the book? Yeah, they could. They could grow some balls and say, nope, we're not doing that. You can have 10 copies, but they don't have the balls to do that. Where I can sit there, even though it's pissed off some flippers, I'll tell them, no, it's one book per person, or one set per person. So like, if they want a medal, they can't, because the medals, you're talking like 10 or 15 in the world. I don't let them buy 5 medals. I don't let them buy 3 or 4 medals. They can only buy one. But I'll let them buy one set, so they can buy a regular regular foil and a metal bundle. So I let them buy, a bundle, but they can't buy multiple bundles. They can't buy 5 medals. They can't buy 5 foils. I don't let it happen. So that allows more of the fans at the show to get more of the books. Like I said, I don't personally give a shit who it pisses off. I'm there for the fans. I'm not, there for the flippers. And again, I don't necessarily have I don't have a big issue with flippers. It's more exposure to me for sure. I've seen Psycho Sal and my other exclusives pop up on whatnot shows a lot. Now, do I do retailer bundles? Yeah, of course, but that's for, other stuff. Like when I do a 500, like when I do a 500 print run with Image Comics or Dynamite for one of my exclusives, I'll do a retailer bundle, but it's only 25 books. You see what I mean? So I try to be conscious of how many, what the total print runs. And even then, I only do like 5 retailer bundles. So even then, I keep it, pretty low. So you guys are, like I said, by you guys shopping with these types of books, you're not getting gouged by the hype from flippers buying these books on day one of regular company books, Marvel, DC, and conning you guys into thinking that they're, $50 books and $80 books when they're not. Those books didn't sell out at the comic shop because of fans. They sold out because it's the same with Pokemon. Pokemon isn't hyped right now because fans have spiked the collectability. It's spiked on price because flippers are showing up buying every damn thing the minute the doors open. I mean, shit, some damn flipper the other day got arrested because he stayed overnight in a damn Best Buy and got caught that morning in the store, and he was there trying to buy the damn Pokemon books. So that's false hype. I keep trying to tell you guys, stop buying these damn books from flippers on day one. Give it 6 months and you'll get that same damn $50 book for $10. And I say that because they have proven that to us over the last 8 years. I mean, consistently proven it to us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ryan. So, I don't, like I said, I don't hate flippers, or resellers or anything like that. I just kind of hate what a lot of them has turned new books into, and that's kind of a scam because it's not. And that's why the books don't hold their value. That's why they come out the gate swinging at 40 and 50 and $60, $80 on the first week or two. And then 6 months later, a year later, they've consistently dropped down to 10 and $15 books. Now, if they had sold out because fans bought everything, then your book would, your book would spike and it would hold its value for a reasonable amount, and you would have an okay book. But that's one of the reasons I quit buying books when I was collecting. That's why I quit buying them on day one. I got sick and damn tired of spending $30 and $40 for some supposedly sold out variant, and then find out, and then, like I said, 6 months later, I look and see it being sold in people's shows for $10 and $15. I mean, shit, I stopped buying books on day one or week one. And I would wait 6 months or so, and I would buy signed versions of those books already slabbed for $25 and $30. See what I mean? I mean, that's insane when you can do that. That proves the hype wasn't real hype, it was manufactured. I keep trying to tell people that, and people just keep falling for their shit. It's crazy, man. Excuse me. Yeah. All right. Now to the second page of names. Oh my God. Um, let's see. Usually when the books come in, um, then I have to process them, get them shipped out. Then I jump on the commissions. So everybody's orders goes out first, so I can get the majority of the orders out, and then the handful of commissions that were ordered through the Kickstarter, I get started on them after that point. So it just varies. It also depends on how, how long I'm at home and stuff like that. It depends on what time of the year the Kickstarter ended. Is it the height of con season? It just kind of all varies. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no problem. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Mm. Let's see. So I had free comic book day this past Saturday at Visions Comics in Rockmart, Georgia, and then my next show is Fan Expo Denver. Because I knew, I didn't book anything for this coming weekend because it's Mother's Day weekend, and then next weekend, um, I didn't want to book anything the next weekend because the very following Tuesday, I have to leave for Fan Expo Denver because that's like a 26 hour drive. So, so only the only other show I got this month is Fan Expo Denver. Man, sorry. Oh, well. Jeez, man. Sorry. Yeah, that is a drive for sure. Ugh, at some point, I've got to start flying. But man, I keep saying that. And then just about every time I've kind of got myself talked into flying, I see one of the other artists make some damn post talking about how their flight got delayed or their flight got canceled or something to do with some of their product getting lost. So I'm like, "God damn, dude." So then it just kind of, I'm like, it's just not worth it. Yeah, it's more wear and tear on my car. It's more time behind the wheel and travel and on the road. Like I get it, but God dang it, dude. I'd lose my mind if I ended up in that situation where they lost my merch. Hell, I'd lose my mind just on getting a flight canceled or delayed. So it's just not. I don't think it's. I just don't think it's worth it to me. Then I got to deal with some other passengers and their stupidity. I mean, look at that thing the other day. Some lady who would not get off her phone caused the entire plane to have to deboard. And I'm one of those idiots. I'd have done snatched her ass up out of the aisle and dragged her out the door, which means I'd have went to jail. So I'm just like, nope, I'll just avoid it altogether because dude, I would lose my mind on some idiot acting insane on a flight and causing me to get delayed. Oh, dude, I would be that guy being filmed on YouTube choking out some idiot on a plane. And then, of course, like I said, that would just end up with me going to jail. So I'm like, I'll just avoid it. Oh man. Yeah, that's like even though I can get annoyed because a flight got delayed, or I can get annoyed because maybe a flight got canceled, I understand that that kind of shit can happen. Weather, mechanicals, I can get that, even though it would frustrate me and irritate me. But the absolute inconsideration and rudeness of other people, I have zero tolerance for. So that is my biggest pet peeve is disrespect and inconsideration from other people. Absolutely lose my damn mind. So it's best for me to just avoid it. I mean, that's just the best thing. Stay the hell away from it. Ryan, did you notice that you got my cover A and you got Ashley's cover C, but you didn't get Shelby's cover B? Did you accidentally overlook it, or is this exactly how you want it? And if this is how you want it, that's okay. It's just usually if I've got 3 covers on there and somebody grabbed 2 of the covers, they missed the third. But again, you don't have to get cover B. I just want to ask, which I mean, I don't even know if I have any cover Bs left. If I did, it'd be like 1 or 2. But usually when somebody gets A and like 2 of the 3 covers, it's they usually get all 3 covers or they missed it. Let me read what you're saying here. I thought cover B came with an add-on. I'm not sure what you mean by that. It doesn't come with an add-on. It's its own add-on. You have to select cover B. So you got cover A, then you got the head sketch, then you got my cover C, which is the Ashley cover, then you have the Perez cover, the Michael Gardner cover, and the Chris Hayes cover. Unless you got more than one order. The commission doesn't come with cover B. Let me double check, unless there was a choice on that. Let me double check. Let me finish writing what I was writing here before I leave the page. The sketch cover should come with cover A. I wouldn't, unless he miswrote that. Let me go look. Unless he miswrote that. So anytime we do a sketch tier, like it's a tier on its own, it usually comes, if there's multiple covers, it should be just cover A, unless it allows you to pick the cover, which maybe he did that. Let me look. All right, let me find the sketch cover. Let's see where you listed. Where are Jews? Okay. Yeah, so head sketch includes head sketch in color on blank, William Russell cover A. It does not come with cover B. Cover B is Shelby's cover. So what I will do, well, no, that doesn't fix that problem. Never mind. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm reading the right person here. Yeah, Ryan Boone. Okay. William Russell trade dress cover A, head sketch. William Russell trade cover C. Perez trade dress. Gardner trade dress. Chris Hayes trade dress. What? That's not. Is that in the add-on section? Oh, it is in that. Okay, so it got all right. So that's mistyped in the add-on section. Head sketched here is not supposed to come with cover B. Yeah, that's okay. I'll go ahead and put it with that one. But yeah, that's a typo. It was supposed to say cover A because if you look at the tiers, well, let me rephrase that. Is there more? Because I can't see the add-ons no more. Well, no, you can't see it now either, so never mind. You wouldn't be able to see the other add-ons either. Yeah, that's a typo. But I'll try to put a cover B with it no matter what. I got to check the other ones also. Because I'll have to compare. Because I think I had a couple other people that grabbed sketched here. Yeah, so that's a typo. So whatever it says on the main screen, so like if you look at the Kickstarter, you scroll down to where it says the William Russell head sketch, it says cover A. So that was a boo-boo on my part in the add-on sections, but I should have like an extra, at least one or two extra cover Bs. So I'll just swap out my cover A that came with the sketched here for cover B. And that'll give you all three covers. I made a note of it here. Yeah, that's a typo. Yeah, it'll always, anytime there's a sketched here, it always comes with cover A. So if there's more than one cover of that artist that's doing the sketches. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see where we at now. Do. Damn it, pen right. Let's see, regular trade dress. So he's getting 11. Let's see, and then my trade dress. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I thought that was weird when I saw your thing. I was like, why did he do that? Like that's kind of like odd. But now that explains why you did it. That was my fault. I'm the one that typed the stretch goals. So that was my fault. I was probably rushing that day to get them damn things added. And I wasn't, and I just wasn't paying attention to what damn key I hit. But yeah, anytime you see that, it'll always be cover A. Yeah. Like when I saw it, I was like, that's weird. Why did he do that? So hey, what's up, Joe? All right, almost done writing the names and order quantities down. And then I'll go in there and I've got to run to the post office real quick to drop some stuff off. I've got to ship and I'll grab some lunch and then I will start pulling the orders according to all the sticky notes that I have written. And then that'll finish up most of today. And then tomorrow I will start, because I still have to go in there and bag and board about like 50 or 60 books. Because I got my bags and boards in the other day while I was out of town. So I've got to finish bagging and boarding about 50 or so books. But then tomorrow I'll start putting them in Gemini mailers and getting them ready to ship out to you guys on Wednesday. I figure I should have all the packages packaged tomorrow. That'll take me about another 8 or so hours to get everything packaged, labeled, and then I'll drop them off at the post office on Wednesday morning. And you guys, most of you should have the books by probably Friday, Saturday. Yep. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna post office, food, then pull the orders and fill my living room up with stacks of orders to be put in Gemini mailers. And then once I get those pulled and sorted on my 6-foot tables in the dining room and living room, then I will jump back on some commission work to finish out the day. And then tomorrow I'll start putting them in Gemini mailers and labeling them, and then jump back on commissions that evening also. And then I'll hit the post office Wednesday morning and get everything in the mail to you guys. And then I got to start working on pre-show commissions for Fan Expo Denver. And then I've got 2 covers that I need to get finished also. So yeah, busy. Busy, busy. Oh man, excuse me. Oh, I got to get some new glasses here soon. I'm probably gonna. So the first part of the year, a couple months ago we did the sale for. Remember, I told you guys I was going to take my 2 big 50% off sales I do twice a year, and I was going to split them up into individual sales through the year, so it's a little easier on y'all's pocketbooks. So instead of just setting up my table and treating it like an in-home Comic-Con and doing a 50% off twice a year on everything, and sadly making it a little more difficult on you guys to get stuff, I split them up into technically like 4 or 5 sales through the year. So one sale was all rare exclusives. Then the next sale was like all original published cover art. And then the next sale will be like a big sale on prints, that come signed and stuff like that. And then a sale on actual commission orders, which sadly will have to be capped because that'll get it carried away. But so the next one will either be the commission order sale, because my next commission list opens June the 1st. So I'm thinking about doing a commission sale with like 10 spots live where I explain it all and we sell them live. and you can order commissions for a huge discount. And then, and then, like I said, the next sale will be sale on prints, like the type of prints I have on my wall at Comic Cons. I'm hyped for the sketch cover. I'm hoping to get which sketch cover for what's happening at GalaxyCon? Like, what are you referring to? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm tired. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Gotcha. When is GalaxyCon? I mean, it's kind of a weird commission to put on a Rise of the Mummy plank, but okay. Oh yeah, that's just not happening. Sorry, bud. That's not happening. Um, yeah, they're like when end of May. What do you mean? You're talking about like when end of May? Like what's the actual date? Do you know the actual date? Because this entire week will be the first half of this week will be sorting, packing, shipping Rise of the Mummy. I have 2 regular commissions on the regular commission list I have to finish this week. And then I've got a cover I have to finish this week. Then next week, um, I have to start working on another cover, and whatever commissions this week I didn't finish, I have to finish the first part of next week, and then I have to finish another cover next week. So, well, I don't know. It might be possible. Yeah. What's the actual date? It might be possible, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Like I don't. Sadly, when it comes to Kickstarter commissions, they are kind of at the back of the bus with everything else. I work on them as I can get to them. Now, don't get me wrong. I try to get them out as quickly as I can, for sure. If it's, I mean, because today's the 4th. No, I mean, that should be fine. The mail will be the problem. Because I know I won't be able to work on them this week. And then even then, I work on them down the list of who I'll grab commissions off the commission list. But I can move things around on that if need be. So that's not that big a deal. The mail will be the issue because I know it won't happen this week. And Mother's Day's this weekend, which we're doing our Mother's Day stuff on Saturday, not Sunday. Next week, I might can squeeze it in next week. Yeah, see what the actual date is because you got to remember the last week of the month, I'm not even here. I have to leave on the 26th to get to. No, I got to leave. No, I have to leave on the 25th. I have to leave that Monday because I'll be driving Monday and Tuesday, get there Wednesday because the con and set up Wednesday because the con starts Thursday. It's a 4-day show. So yeah, so I'll be leaving for Denver on Monday. So the last week of the month doesn't even count. And the second to the last week of the month, I'll be working on pre-show commission lists for Denver. So the week of the 18th through, the 22nd, I'll be working on pre-show commissions for Denver. And so technically next week's the only week I could even do it. I might can squeeze it in next week. I'll try my best. But now let's say the Comic-Con is like the weekend of the 23rd. Yeah, you can just about not hold your breath on that. Yeah, me either. I mean, I ordered 1,000 bags and boards last week and they shipped last Monday and they didn't show up till Friday evening, this past Friday evening while I was leaving for Georgia. They were supposed to be here this past Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. I mean, technically they should have been here Wednesday. They were sent FedEx. So they were like 2 days late. So yeah, that's why I don't you can't hold your breath on mail no more. But yeah, let me know what the actual, look it up real quick and see what the actual date is for that con. Because if it's the 22nd, man, yeah, I don't know about that because the 22nd, yeah, the mail's been stupid right now. And I don't get it. They're still charging people for priority mail, like at USPS, and the shit isn't arriving in 2 to 4 days like it's supposed to. Because, I mean, if I could get it done on Monday or Tuesday, 11th or 12th, and have it in the mail by the 12th, you should be okay. Even if the con's the 23rd. But I don't know. I'll have to see. All right, let's see. What was I doing? I was doing his. Yeah, what's up, James? Yeah, I'm just writing down everybody's orders on sticky notes so I can take all the sticky notes in there and start pulling all the orders for the Kickstarter. Man, a lot of people bought Rise of the Mummy blanks. I think they're catching on to the fact I don't carry blanks outside of Kickstarters. Oh shit, it is the 22nd. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best, Ryan, but I can't make any promises on that. But I will definitely try to do my best and get it done maybe next Monday or Tuesday. I can probably move some things around. All right, is that it? That's it. I've got everybody's. Okay, I got everybody's stuff written down on sticky notes for their orders. So now I'll take all these sticky notes in there. I'll break out my other 6-foot table in the dining room and I'll start pulling everybody's orders according to the sticky notes. And and then I will. So I'll get so. I'm gonna go in here. I got a package I need to pack. So I'm gonna head to the post office and drop off a couple things that need to go out today. Grab some food, and then I'll go back in here, and at this point, I'll take all the sticky notes and I will start pulling all of your orders. Separating all the orders, adding all the stretch goals. And then get that all divided up. And then tomorrow, I'll start packaging all those orders and getting the labels put on them. But yeah, as long as everything goes well, I should have all the books packaged, labeled, and dropping off at the post office on Wednesday morning. So yeah. Oh no, it's okay. I'll try to figure it out. But it shouldn't. Like I said, I as long as nothing crazy happens between now and then, because like I said, I'm working. I've got a couple commissions I have to finish from the main commission list, and those take precedence over everything because they were first. They've been on that list for a few months, and I'm down to the last like 2 or 3 commissions on that list, and I have to finish those before anything else. What did you get into sort? Yeah, the Mummy. Yeah. So the Rise of the Mummy Kickstarter books came in last week. The stretch goals came in. I just finished writing down everyone's names and their orders on sticky notes, and I'm about to go in there now after I run to the post office real quick, and then I'm going to start sorting them and getting all the stretch goals added to everything. And, and I definitely got to check those other orders, those people that grabbed the sketch tier. There was a typo on the add-ons. There was a sketch tier on the add-ons, and it was supposed to come with cover A, but it's listed as cover B. So that's a boo-boo on my part. So it's going to have to come with cover A because that's what it was supposed to be. But I'm going to look. There's only a few people, like 2 or 3 people that grabbed a sketch tier. Now, if they grab the sketch tier off the tiers, then it says cover A. If they did the sketch tier head sketch as an add-on, it says cover B. That was a boo-boo. So I got to check that, make sure no one else, because Ryan bought A, he bought C, and he bought the head sketch as an add-on because it said cover B, so he could get all 3 covers, which I'll honor that. But the other ones, if it was a tier, then it doesn't matter. But if anybody else did it as an add-on, I got to double check and make sure they didn't do like Ryan did. Otherwise, I'm just going to give them cover A because that's what it's supposed to come with. Like I said, that was just a boo-boo on my part. But anyway, I'm going to do that. Did my walk this morning. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I ended up with, what did I end up doing? I did an hour, and we did 5,600 steps, 5,694, and we did 3.5 miles this morning for an hour. But yeah, for those that were asking if I had any copies of Rise of the Mummy that missed out on the Kickstarter, Mitch, you guys send me a PM. I should have some extra copies of cover A only, and I'll get that pulled for you. Let's see. Don't forget the last weekend of the month, I will be at Fan Expo Denver in Denver, Colorado. So make sure you guys come out for that. I'll be in Pro Row. I don't know what the table number is. I'll have to look and see if they've got that listed yet, which I'm sure they probably do. Let's see. Cyclosal Omnibus, last payment will be coming out the 6th, so Wednesday. Please make sure you guys are ready for that. That's the third and final payment. If you did the pay over time option on the Cycle Style Omnibus Collector's Edition, that order is going to print here soon. So I'm just waiting on that final thing to pull. So I know everybody got all their stuff paid for, and I know exactly how many books to print. But yeah, let me jump off here, guys. I came straight in from my walk this morning. Been up since 5:30, answered some emails and PMs and stuff like that. Sent out some emails I needed to do. Did my walk and everything, then came straight in here and did the name pulls for the orders. So now I'm going to go to the post office, grab some food, grab a shower, hit the post office, grab some food, and then I'll come back and start pulling everybody's orders according to their list and get everything sorted. So yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning while I got all this stuff written down. Make sure also, I will be doing a sale event here soon. Like I was telling you guys, we took the 2 mega sales that I did twice a year, and now we're shrinking them down into 4 or 5 individual sales through the year to make it easier on y'all's pocketbooks. So we break them up into categories, exclusive sales, then original art sales, then commission sales, and then print sales. So we're going to break it up into that kind of scenario, spread it out over months to make it a little easier for you guys. So one of those sales are coming up here soon, either commissions or either prints. I don't know which one yet. I'm thinking commissions. Make sure you guys go back Chris Hayes' new Kickstarter. If you haven't had a chance to do it yet for the new Ferryman, it has a collection of short stories in the back of the book for up-and-coming writers. This is their first published work, including Andrea. So make sure you guys show Andrea some love and go grab that book so you can get her story. Also, make sure you guys back Crit for their newest Kickstarter. That's my cover I just did for them. So please make sure you jump over and grab that cover off their Kickstarter. That would mean a lot. Like I said, the more you guys support these Kickstarters, the more that you get to see my cover art on them. But I'm going to get off here. Thank you guys again for the love and the support. Thank you for supporting Rise of the Mummy and Cycle Style Omnibus, of course. I cannot wait to get those in hand. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, guys.